Good morning to one and all. We will discuss second lesson. In this lesson, very important questions. Explain the various addressing modes of 8051. The CPU can act as data in various ways. The data called being a register or memory provided in an immediate value. It is called addressing mode. It consisting of seven types of addressing modes. Immediate addressing mode. In this addressing mode, source operand is constant. When instruction is assembled to the operand comes immediately after the opcode. Immediate data must be preceded by the sign hash. For example, new a comma hash is equal to 0ffh. ఈ హ్యాష్ ఉంటే డైరెక్ట్గా ఇది అక్యుములేటర్లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. సెకండ్ వన్ రిజిస్టర్ అడ్రసింగ్ మోడ్. Register addressing mode. The address involves the use of register to help the data to be manipulated. Example: move a comma or direct addressing mode. In this direct addressing mode, the data is specified as the operand in an information. We can access any register on chip variable. For example, move a comma 40h. Register indirect addressing mode. In this addressing mode, a register is used as a pointer. If the data is inside the CPU, only R0 and R1 is used for this purpose. When the hold the address of RAM location must be provided by the sign at the rate. For example, move a comma at the rate R1. Relative addressing mode. In this mode, the operand is specified here relative to the contents of program. Counter is set to be relative addressing mode. Example: JNC 19H. Register specific addressing mode. In this register specific addressing mode, by certain specific registers such as accumulator, for example, swap A, indexed addressing mode. The source memory can only accessed from program memory only. The destination operand is always accumulator only. For example, move a comma at the rate a plus pc. And next we discuss transfer. Explain the data transfer function. The operation which involves the data transferring between the registers from register A to register to a memory from a memory to register is known as data transfer operation. Data transfer operation divided into three: move, stack, exchange. Move has move, move hex, move C. Stack. Stack has push, pop, exchange. XCH and XCHD. Move A comma R naught. The content of register R naught is moved to accumulator. Move A direct. Direct 8-bit address of ink sync in the bracket A RAM. Move A comma at the rate R. The content of the internal memory is moved to accumulator. Move A comma hash data. The data given in the instruction is moved to accumulated. Fifth, move A comma R1 hash data. The immediate data given in the instruction is moved to an internal RAM location. Sixth one, move C A comma at the rate A plus PC. Internal ROM or program memory is to copy the accumulator. Move X A comma at the rate R1. The content of the external data RAM is moved to accumulator. R1 is the 8-bit address of external RAM. Eighth one, push direct. Then stack pointer in increment by 1. Pop direct. Then the stack pointer is decrement by 1. Exchange A1 or Rn. The content of register Rn is exchanged with accumulator. Exchange A comma at the rate Ri. The content of the internal RAM whose address is specified by Ri register is exchanged with accumulator. And next question, classify the 8051 instructions. The instructions of 8051 are classified into the following five groups: data group instructions, arithmetic group of instructions, logical group of instructions, branch group of instructions, boolean group of instructions. Difference between the mission cycle and state cycle. Mission cycle. The time is required by the microprocessor to complete an operation of accessing memory or input-output devices is called mission cycle. Typically, one mission cycle consists of 3 to 6 T-states. T-state. One complete cycle of the clock is called as T-state. The time intervals T1 or T2 are the examples of T-state. A, a T-state is measured from the following edge of one clock pulse to the following edge of the next clock pulse. Very important short from the second lesson. State the need for instruction set. We know that the instruction set is the collection of the instructions that the microcontroller is designed to execute. Hence, as per the convenience of the program and data manipulation functional, the instruction set is needful for effective functioning of the program. Fourth one, call and RET instructions. Call instructions is used to call a subroutine 8051. There are two instructions for call: alcall, acall, not alcohol, alcall, acall. First we discuss alcall function. Transfers control to a subroutine if call a subroutine with a target addressing with in 64K bytes from the program counter. The program counter is loaded with the new address and control is transferred to subroutine. A call function absolute call in the bracket transfer control to subroutine. It calls subroutines with a target address within 2K bytes from the current program counter. Right. In 8051 there are two instructions for return. Return RET means return. RETI return I. Return function return from subroutine. This instruction is used to return from a subroutine previously entered by instructions lcall or acall. Return I function return from interrupt service routine. This instruction is used at the end of the interrupt service routine. That's it for today. Plan effectively and perform very good in exam and write perfectly in the back with using of black and blue pens. That's it for today. Shining off.